Welcome back to another episode. Today we talk about just the different ways we can overcome challenges, so should be pretty interesting. Another note, if you have any marketing questions or if you'd like to be included on the show and be interviewed, you can reach out to me at strongbacknation@gmail.com. What's going on? So today I wanted to give you a little daily recap of, I think the theme is overcoming challenges. So, a few hurdles that I had to overcome today. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, you ready? So, my first job, it was a normal job. We got, like a part of a sectional out of the garage and boxes and bags, and then in their basement. But they had two appliances, a washer and dryer, which is normally fine. But challenge number one, my ramp on my truck is stuck right now. So I can't use my ramp, and so I figured out a way. I can just throw stuff in there, and then I figured out a way how to like hop in backwards, like I jump and then I sit in the bay area, and then I can like get my feet up to stand in the container of the truck. Maybe I'll record a little video, show you how kind of that little sneaky trick that I learned how to do pretty quick. Also, I'm taller, so that probably makes it easier too. So anyway, I didn't have a ramp. So I got the dolly and I got the washer. Still had water in it, like a little bit. So just enough. I didn't want to like dump it out in their driveway. But anyway, so I got up by the truck, and the truck is so tall that there's nothing to lean on, because usually, like if it's a refrigerator, I can just lean it like halfway and then lift the other side and then just like lift it up and then push it in. But a washer and dryer, they're too short. Like if you tilt it, it'll just fall on the ground because there's nothing to lean on. So what I had to do was I tried getting this box and put it on top of that, but that was just like too flimsy and awkward. That wasn't working out very well. So I went in there and I grabbed a piece of a couch and pulled it back out, and then I managed to kind of tilt it and get it up on top of the couch by the truck. And then, before I did that, I put a bunch of straps on, thinking I could just pull it up from up top, but that wasn't going to work out either, because like you would have to bend over, and I don't know, it was just, there was no leverage up there either. So plan C, I put it on top of that seat of the couch by the truck, and then I tilted it and just barely got enough leverage where like the end of the washer was laying inside of the truck a little bit, and then I just pushed the other side up. But as I was doing that, like all the water was pouring out onto their driveway, which is fine, it's just water. But anyway, and then I managed to get it in there, and I had to do the same thing with the dryer. And so it took me like what should have just taken me like 10 minutes took me like almost a half hour. And so like I got everything else loaded except for those two things. And so that lady, she was probably wondering what in the world I was doing. But anyway, we got it loaded up, got it in there, and I was exhausted after that. So I can't wait to fix the ramp. And so like my neighbor, he was going to come take a look, see what's going on. Otherwise I'll have to figure out where to go to take it to get it fixed, or have a guy look at it, because I don't know why it's stuck. And then I was looking, when I first got this truck, the ramp's kind of bent, or it's like bowed a little bit. I don't know what happened, but so like when I push it in, it's really tight anyways. So I don't know what happened, but I was looking to get a replacement for the ramp. It's like a U-Haul ramp, and I looked up online, and those things go for like $1,100. So I don't know I don't really want to do that right now. So I'll just figure out a way to get it out and just use what I have. But anyway, that was challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, my iPhone, which I just can't believe it. We use our iPhone for everything. I use it for maps. I use it for my CRM. I use it for my receipts, to scan receipts. I use it to take pictures. I use it for everything. Anyway, last night, first of all, it's kind of it's an iPhone 11. It's getting kind of old. It's been old for a while, and the battery is like 79% capacity, and like you have to charge it all the time. But lately, like you plug in the charger, and like you have to like be really, really careful to switch it, or like if one side doesn't work, you have to switch it around and then plug it in sometime, and then it'll start charging. But like half of the time, like you have to spend a ton of time just getting it to charge. I don't know if it's the connection in there is just dirty or what, but anyway, since last night, I couldn't charge it because there was some liquid in there, like it got wet somehow. And I've been working in a lot of snow, so I don't know if there was like some snow that melted and got on the phone or whatever. But it's like last night I had to put it by the wood stove to dry out overnight, and so that worked. But this morning it did it again, like it got wet after that first job, and so I had to go to my phone provider and get a new iPhone. So problem solved there. So challenge overcome, number 2. iPhone 15, which I'm excited about because my other phone, I don't know, I want to do a lot more video and a lot more footage than I have been. I've been hesitating with the other phone because it's almost full, but I'm excited to get the new one because now I don't feel like I have to hold back. So get ready, I'm excited. So that was the next challenge, and the third one, let's see, what happened? What was the third one? Oh yeah, just trying to coordinating schedules, because I had 4 jobs originally lined up, and I had to reschedule the last one, which was really out of the way, and it's just like this TV, and I'll have to come back to get that one. But so I prioritized kind of the bigger jobs, and so I picked up a freezer, and then I had this washer and dryer, so I had to go get it dropped off to the recycling and get that taken care of. And then went and helped this lady. She had 2 mattress and a box spring at this living facility, and then we drove to her house and picked up another mattress and box spring. After it, and that was my third job. My second one was really far, picking up a freezer. And anyway, so we got all that done. So challenge number 3, actually it's not really a challenge, but I decided to pick up a microphone for my new iPhone so that I can start recording video. So instead of you just listening to me, I'm gonna start recording video, because apparently it's not enough to just do audio. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm just gonna put the microphone on. I have this thing that holds the iPhone holds it up in the truck, so you'll be able to see me just driving and talking. That's probably what I'll do. I'm not gonna spend much time editing. I'm just gonna record these clips like this and just do kind of like a one to 2 take type thing and get it out there. Oh, here's the final challenge. So family's out of town. So second to last challenge. So I have 2 dogs. It's been like -10. It's like I have a Great Pyrenees and a Yellow Lab. Great Pyrenees he can't be outside longer than, a few hours when it's like 0 degrees or in the negative, and that's what it's been, or even like 5 degrees. If if it's like 15 and up, I'm not worried. He can stay out. He usually just stays outside. So I've been having him hang out inside the house, and so because I was going to go out of town with family, but it was too cold, so I just stayed behind. So they've been gone for a couple weeks almost, and because they were supposed to fly in earlier, but the snowstorm like delayed the flight. So that was another challenge, like the snow. And then so the Great Pyrenees and the Yellow Lab. And the Yellow Lab is even more sensitive to the weather. So like she can't be outside if it's less than 30 degrees. So I just keep her inside if it's, colder than that, because they both have like some shelter, some place to get away from the wind and stuff. So because the family's out of town, I have to like make sure they aren't that I don't leave them in the house too long. Let them go outside and do their thing. Make sure they get water and empty their bladder, stuff like that. Anyway, so you can't leave them at more than 8 hours is like the max, and that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to just head back home as quick as I can. It's the end of the day, and then I'll let them out, and they gotta eat some. I'll feed them and let them get outside, and then tonight I've got 4 goats and I've got chickens. I got to make sure they're good. I fed them this morning. Make sure they had water, stuff like that. But the final challenge was like the wood stove. So I'm getting close to. I've got enough wood to keep the heat going in the house. That's all we have is that wood stove to keep the heat going. But we're almost out of firewood, which is not a big deal. I can just go get more, but I've got plenty until it's going to warm up in a couple days, so I'm not having to use the wood stove after today or the next few days. But last night I noticed like that I don't know if you've ever experienced operating a wood stove, but I noticed there was a hissing sound, and so it sounded like it was leaking air, which that's not a good thing for a wood stove. Like, you got to have things completely sealed if you want the burn to last a long time. So anyway, I looked, and there was these like metal pieces inside the door that got warped. I think just because it got really hot in there, because I was trying to heat up the house after I got home the other night. And so I'll have to find a replacement for some replacement pieces, which is not a big deal. But anyway, it's not bad enough it wasn't too bad of an issue, but that's just another thing I'm going to have to fix and get figured out. But I'm really excited for this weather to get warm, because like, holy cow, like all these, just because of cold weather, like I couldn't leave town, and I've got to make sure the animals are taken care of. And then I've got technology things and equipment things going on. I'm just trying to figure out. Anyway, long story short, I think we got everything taken care of. So I think you just, one challenge at a time, whoa, that guy was cruising. Anyway, so that's just not in business. That's just in life. There's just these things that pop up. Something breaks or something happens that you have to address, but that's just part of it. So anyway, yeah, I guess the whole point of this is just you just got to have some grit and just plug away, and eventually you'll plow through all the challenges or problems that come up, and then you'll come home with a new iPhone and a microphone that you weren't anticipating getting today. That's all I got. Have a good one.